Hi everyone, I'm Christina Astin and this is the final one of my mini vlogs to celebrate Partnerships Week. I hope you've been enjoying them, and if you've missed any of them you can catch up with them. They're all on YouTube. So far this week I've talked about impact, I've talked about communications, I've talked about getting started, and I've talked about how we resource our partnerships. And today really what I want to do is to put it all together into how do we think strategically about partnerships. And this is perhaps one of the questions I get more than any other is, we've got a situation at my school where we have a number of different partnership projects going on, possibly with different schools. It's a little bit scattergun, don't really know what the impact is of all of them. Where do we go from here? How do we make it more strategic? And it's a really important question. You might have a lot of projects that have been born out of a member of staff's passion for their subject, whether it's classics or astronomy or further maths or history of art or whatever. It might have come about because of a particular relationship between people at, a husband or wife, spouse, partner at a different school. These connections are really, really great and really important. But if we want to make it more strategic, we've got to know what we're doing, why we're doing it, what is our end goal. And partnerships have lots of different goals. It might be something to do with staff professional development. It might be about student leadership. It might be about student resilience or well-being. But whatever your goal or goals are, it's useful to be looking at the partnerships that you have with other schools and seeing how they fit in and help you to progress towards that goal. Otherwise, it is just scattergun and it has no strategy to it. So I've got three things that I think are important to start with when you're developing a strategy. And the first is simply to do an audit of all the relationships that you have with local schools. So you've got them all down on a piece of paper, and you can have a look at them and see what each one brings to your school and to your partner schools. So start with an audit and do a real sort of brainstorm of every collaboration that you have, whether it feels like a partnership, whether it feels like something more akin to outreach, whether it's even a paid opportunity that you have with another school. Secondly, have a look at your school ethos. Your ethos, your mission statement, I bet it says something about creating compassionate leaders of the future or citizens, broadening horizons. Whatever it is it even possible to fulfill that ethos without partnerships, without your students going beyond the walls of the school and out into the community, staff as well? And then thirdly, do you have a whole school development plan? What does that say about partnerships? If it doesn't have a specific partnerships section to it, are there other elements within the whole school development plan that really point towards things that could be achieved through partnering with other schools? It may be that you've got a gap in behaviour management, maybe it's data monitoring, maybe it's range of subjects at A level, maybe it's well-being at Key Stage 3, I don't know, but can you fulfill those gaps and through partnerships with others? So you start with an audit, have a look at your other bits and pieces that might inform the outcomes of what you want to achieve through partnerships, and then you can start to build the roadmap towards that goal, and that really is your strategy. I mean, after all, you want to be sure, and any corporate would certainly be doing this, you'd want to be sure that any investment of time or resource was going to give you that return on investment. And that's just as true of partnerships as it is if you were going to buy a new set of textbooks or invest in some ed tech or buy a new lighting system for your football pitch. So I hope that's been helpful. It does bring in all the other things from the vlogs during this week. I'm delighted to say that the Partnerships Workbook is available at a discount for this week. So if you haven't yet had a copy, it is a self-study course in building a strategy for partnerships from whatever your start point is, and it really gives you a helping hand all the way through. There are a few print copies available, otherwise it's a downloadable ebook, and if you use Partner20 you'll get a 20% discount for this Partnerships Week. Good luck with all your partnerships work, and do get in touch if you need any more support.